Really just trying to find a routine. And then after this, I got one more class. I started my client Sisterlock journey a little over 2 years.
If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. In the bedroom, might be screaming.
Yeah, spicy like a motherfucker, but I'm sweet.
Hey y'all. So today is Monday, 10:55. I work tomorrow, but today I have to do a couple things. I started school today. I have to go through and do my first week of assignments, get acclimated with the classes. Kind of been slacking on content. A lot of stuff been going on, to be honest. Really just trying to find a routine and get stuff done and all that stuff. The past 2-3 days I haven't been doing jack, and I need to get better at get better at like just kind of initiating a task and doing it instead of waiting until like the very last minute I get tired or I don't have really enough energy to really do it then, when I had all the energy in the world when I was avoiding doing it, if that makes sense. I gotta look at my school assignments and then do my school assignments. I have to edit my YouTube video, and really I need to get that junk out by like 3 o'clock, and it's probably gonna be around 4 or 5 since I'm saying 3, but I really need to get my YouTube video out and edit content. I need to do my tax organizer to do my personal taxes. I already inputted my business taxes. Then I gotta do a couple other things, but those are the main tasks right now. I do need to go to the store because I went to Dollar General and got Hello some peanut butter. My bad that I got the biggest size that they had at Dollar General, which was a generic creamy peanut butter brand. But he keeps saying that all he eats is peanut butter toast spoon. He called it peanut butter spoon, but pretty much just a scoop of peanut butter in a spoon. He loved peanut butter, bro. But he been talking about, I'll give him the toast, and he was like, ew, yucky toast. And I'm like, why are you talking about it's yucky? So then he don't even want it for breakfast no more. So then I smelled the peanut butter, and that joint smelled like peanuts, but you know, Jiffy good as hell, but you know, it's probably full of sugar. So I gotta go to the store and get him some Jiffy peanut butter. And I'm out of Loom body wash and a couple other things, but of course the Loom, the only place I know where to get that is Target. When it comes to the stuff that I need, it's kind of like and I probably could order it directly from the site, but then when is it going to be here? Because, you know, yeah. My last week vlog, I worked on my portable studio, and that's over there. I finally finished this right here. I finally finished it, and of course I'll have a whole detailed video on how I put everything together and the tools and stuff like that. But I got the idea from Taylor Lloyd, and then I was like, this is definitely what I need, but at the same time I needed to fit the content creation of a hairstylist, since I'm being a loctician. So a lot of the extensions that she had, they were too short if I wanted to record while doing a client's head, if that makes sense. But I really think this is definitely going to be hairstylist coded, so I need to finish up that video, and that's something I could try to do. I got some crochet needles in the mail. This is a 7.5 millimeter. I need to find some and honestly, these might be a little too big, but I did get some other ones. And this has hair. Is this hair? I got some 7.5 millimeter. I'm trying to take it all out so I can see it. This is a 0.5. This might be too big. Okay, so they're mostly 0.5. Some crochet needles. Of course, I got a purple set, but of course that might be a little bit too... I got these, but these might be a little bit too big. I might gotta get like a point. I gotta find like a 0.4. What else? But yeah, I really just gotta... I have so much to do. I haven't really been wanting to do nothing, though. I don't know. So let's take a gander at my homework. I took my screensaver, not my screensaver, I took my screen protector off of my laptop because I seen this video of this girl showing what her screen protector did to her MacBook. And then in the comments, they're saying yeah, the Apple protocol is to not put a screen protector on your laptop. Honestly, they said don't put a case on it or anything. Like, they just said to raw dog the laptop. And I'm like, what do you mean? So I had like an anti-glare screen protector, but then I was just like, I don't want my joint to mess up. So I took it off, you know, F it. I took it off. So that's why it's glaring now. But I put a glare on, I did an anti-glare because, you know what I'm saying, I didn't want to mess it up. But turns out that having a screen protector is actually going to mess it up the most. So yeah, that's why it's glaring. I'm sorry about that. But that's one of the things I want to do is take my laptop to the laptop shop and have them clean it for me. So I got, goodness gracious. So I got social media strategy, I have marketing research, digital analysis, and I have a business admin capstone. What in the entire? So I have these 3 classes. Let me see if I can see it. Yeah. Right there. These are the classes that I have. And I am so tired, y'all. Like, and then after this, I got one more class, and that's my social media marketing capstone. And then on top of that, I'm thinking about getting a minor. Thinking about project management or maybe finance, but mostly project management. And that's just because I noticed with any career, low key, you're going to need a project manager for anything. And not saying that I'm not going to be a hairstylist anymore or anything like that, but I like to diversify my portfolio, if you get what I'm saying. Like, if I had to today, couldn't do locks anymore, I could easily become an electrician, possibly work for the government or what have you. Now that I'm getting my degree in social media marketing, I could go into marketing, but I feel like to really tie everything together, project management will be good. I'm just not sure if I should do a minor. I really don't want to do a major, depending on if they're like, this is what you need, then you know what I'm saying. But honestly, I am sick of school, so I really am probably going to finish my capstone, and unless like I need just a couple more classes for a minor, then I'm just gonna be doing my capstone. Because right now, this shit right here, this is where I'm at with school right now. Let me put y'all down. So I'm 90% complete. I did go to school while I was in the, I went to Valsa State before I went to the military. And then while you're in the military, you also get like college credit based on like your military experience. But then on top of that, I did go to school. So I did have transfer credits. So I'm 90% done. And that 90%, that's really what's saving it. And then this is my GPA, 3.933. And this is my estimated graduation date. It might be earlier, it might be later, but this is what I'm really looking at, is this earned tuition rewards valued at $7,625. Really, that's what I'm looking at, because I'm like, what is that? Do I get to go to school for free? Like, what is the deal? Hey y'all, so pretty much what I did so far was watch all my videos for my classes, and then I have a lot of reading to do. So after I do my reading, I'll do my discussion board. My homework isn't due until Monday, so I have a little bit of time, but I don't want to wait until like Sunday, Monday to do my work. But right now I'm working on my YouTube video. Pretty much what it's about is this client's Sisterlock journey. I found my clips from when I did her install, but because they're Sisterlocks, I didn't really like get into how to install them. I just mainly got what her hair looked like before, me doing this one little pre-part, and then going right into what her locks look like, taking them out, showing her grid and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna roll into my regular watch me work. This should honestly, turn my light back on. This should honestly be a pretty easy edit because I'm not using any I'm not using any sound from the video. It's just going to be background music and the voiceover. So I really just have to pinpoint my talking points, which I use ChatGPT for. They said some suggested talking points for the beginning. It's just talking about the condition of her hair, explain why she chose Sisterlocks, talk about her grid parting system, how long it took, how many locks that she has, anything unique about her install, and then pretty much share how I prepped her for her journey. Then I'm gonna get into her update, which is 2 years, her 2-year update, her last appointment. So I'm just going to talk about like what I did to prep, why I'm scratching her scalp, stuff like that. Like I said, I can clip a lot of this down because I didn't we did talk in the video, but it ain't nothing that, you know, I want my followers to know for real. This should be a really pretty easy edit. If I finish this pretty quick, I'm gonna really like punch myself because, and then what I'm recording on for my voiceover is the DJI mini mics, and it's a really easy setup. I'm able to connect it right here to my laptop with the C port. Hello, 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 hello. Ooh. I started my client's Sisterlock journey a little over 2 years ago, and the growth has been beautiful. In this video, we're diving into her install. Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. All right, y'all, so now that I recorded the first part of my voiceover, this is the voiceover right here. And then all of this, hold on. All of this is my intro, so now I have to trim it down to fit my actual voiceover so it can roll into my permanent. So y'all, later that day, Halo had his first flag football practice, and as you can see, he was excited. We took him to Dick's Sporting Goods and got him some cleats, the shin guards, and all that stuff. Well, y'all, when we got there, he cried the whole time. He did not want to play. He kept asking to go home. So when I said we go home, this is exactly what he did. Hey. I have 3 clients today. I have a 9:20, 12:30, and a 3:30. I am about to scarf this down really quick, but I need to set up the salon. I'm a little behind today. I'm kind of irritated. And I'm gonna scrub this down and then I'll see y'all when y'all... Oh, what am I eating? This is what I'm eating today. If you're still watching, drop some yellow hearts in the comments. First, we're starting with my 920 4 to 7 week micro locks retie. I usually finish her retie pretty early, so I wanted to play around with my new portable content studio just to see how it works with actually servicing the client. I ended up hooking up my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and it's mounted on the 22-inch extension arm, and I zoomed in a little bit and I actually love this angle. I feel like I would definitely use this content studio if I'm like live streaming for Twitch or on live on Instagram, but I definitely feel like this will work great for when I'm recording independent classes, so I can't wait to use it for that. My client has a light scalp, so don't be alarmed with her scalp being red. She said my reties do not hurt her. The tool that I'm using is the Interlocks tool with the bracelet and extender set, and as always, it is linked in the description below. I am using the 4-point rotation, but sometimes I swap between 3 or 4. It really just depends on how much new growth she has. I didn't install her locks, which means I don't really have a lock count, but she definitely doesn't have over 300. She might have in the 200, 250 range. This is the finished product, and I was looking at the screen to see what her hair looked like on my monitor, and it looks so good. And then also, this is how my portable studio setup is behind the chair. Started at 9:20 and finished around 11:30, and she paid a total of $165. Afterwards, we just chatted a little bit. She just started her own herbal wellness business, and she was showing me the website, which reminds me I need to check that out and purchase. So once I do, I'll do a review on my channel. All right, y'all. I hope y'all can hear me. So that was my client. I didn't really show no details for her because we was chatting. But it is 11:24. My next client is in an hour. I'm going to try to finish this YouTube video, at least a draft, so I can get it out. And I'm looking at the screen. At least a draft so I can get it out. But then I'll come back on right before my next client comes because my computer's in my house and I'm tired. But yeah, pretty much we were just chatting about, you know, doing what's best for us. It's hard, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I got y'all on my setup today. I'm liking it. But yeah. Let me do that and I'll be back. Next up, we have a 12:25 p.m. retwist with a basic style. I started off spraying the Influence antiseptic spray and then shampooed her, and then did my normal post-shampoo routine with the Brand Lovely Exhilarating Hair Mist, the Influence Rosemary Stimulating Spray, and the Influence Stimulating Scalp Oil. And then I followed up with blow drying to a damp state before I put it up in a ponytail, starting with the back row with the retwist. And if you made it this far, you already know, go ahead and comment some green hearts. I really appreciate y'all tuning into my videos, and I love seeing who actually sticks through the entire video. You guys commenting and engaging lets me know if I should keep certain things in my videos, scrap certain things. So I really appreciate y'all engaging with me. She did want a basic style, and it was not going up in an updo. It was going to be mostly 2-strand twist with flat twist in the front. So I went ahead and did my 2-strand twist as I was retwisting, since I already knew what I was going to be doing. This client actually travels to me from, I think, North Carolina, South Carolina, one of the Carolinas, child. But I like to make sure I get her in and out so she can go ahead and hit the road, because I don't want her on that road late. I love doing 2-strand twists because that means I don't have to use any clips, which might slow me down. I finished her retwist around 2:30 and it cost a total of $150, which is $115 for the retwist and $35 for the basic style. And now we're going to go right into the next day, which is a 9/20 4 to 7 week Sisterlocks retie. She just got some fresh color, as you can see, and no, I do not do color, and no, I do not know who she went to for the color. She had just got it done, so I wanted to make sure I did a really good moisturizing, conditioning type of shampoo treatment. I started off with a thorough rinse and then used the clarifying shampoo 01, which is a color shade clarifying shampoo from Influence. And then I proceeded with the Influence hydration shampoo and then finished off with the Carbon Rosemary conditioner. Though I don't do color, I always try to make sure that I rinse out any excess color that comes out. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do that, so if you know, let me know. Then I proceeded to spray the Brand Lovely Exhilarating Hair Mist in the Lovely Rain scent, which I love, the Coconut Leave-In Conditioner by Influence, and the Rosemary Stimulating Oil. As you can see, I find the products that work and stick to it with all my clients, unless they specifically have an allergic reaction to one of the ingredients, or it just doesn't really work with their scalp, which that happens with some of my clients. While I show y'all this finished product, you already know, comment purple hearts below if you made it this far. I finished her retie around noon and she paid a total of $165. I absolutely love her color, but I'm realizing that bleach and Sisterlocks or Microlocks really don't mix. But she's going on a trip, so she did purchase some products, and this is how I'm ending off the video. Thank y'all for watching. The next video will come out this Thursday, so make sure y'all tune in for that, because I had a ball and I think you'll enjoy the video. Thanks for watching.